help with Hurricane Helene relief efforts.
Then we'll show you how your image online can help or hurt you in the job hunt.
And later, how you can help curb a growing crisis happening in a local animal shelter.
Your Take 30 News starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to Take 30 News. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. The effects of Hurricane Helene are still impacting communities throughout the Southeast, and because of that, many organizations, churches, and individuals are banding together in an effort to support and relief.
Since Hurricane Helene's landfall, families throughout the Southeast are dealing with tremendous loss and destruction.
I'd never seen anything like it. You drive down the road and there are 18-wheelers, upside down, just all along the highway. A lot of spots, mud that's 8 to 10 inches deep, and cars are just trying to get into these places.
Andrew Jensen is a freshman at Mississippi State, but originally a resident of Asheville, North Carolina, and he traveled back to his hometown to lend a helping hand.
The first week that I went back, there was a lot more panic, and there's no structure really to how people are going to start repairing their homes. So a lot of these rural places were just 100% civilian led. Those who were okay did everything they could to help others. So saw a lot of tragedy, but a lot of really good people trying to help others. A lot of selflessness. The Lord was really at work there.
And so were local churches out of the Friendly City. Volunteers offered their time, efforts, and resources for those in need, just a few states over.
Our hope is that ultimately, once all of this is kind of fractured, this organization is doing this thing and this one's doing this thing, it all adds up to hopefully provide whatever relief these folks might need.
First Presbyterian Church of Columbus is spearheading the efforts, raising money and putting together supply buckets.
We used some money in a pot of money that we already had for emergency needs of the church and raised some more money to put together 30 of these buckets just to help people get cleaned up and back in their living spaces, hopefully if their living spaces are still there, and just help out in a small way that way.
Aside from tangible donations, churches and organizations are also requesting financial support to go towards needs such as generators or radios as these communities start the road to recovery.
And I think if we lived like this, more in our day-to-day life, then the world would be a lot better place. But the Lord is definitely at work, and there's a lot of good people that are coming together to help out others, which is really encouraging to see.
And if you are interested in making a donation, visit Charity Navigator for a list of organizations that are actively providing relief and recovery for those impacted by Hurricane Helene.
Well, thank you so much for bringing us that story, Aubrey. Next, we turn to meteorologist Mitchell Keys. Mitchell, what can we expect for tonight?
Yeah, it's feeling quite nice right now with temps sitting around 70 around the viewing area. 72 in Starkville, 71 in Ackerman, 70 in Louisville, 70 in Macon, and 74 in Columbus. And tonight, as those temps start descending, it will feel cooler. So you may want to grab that jacket if you're going out with friends. 5 p.m., your temperature is 71 degrees. For the Junction Jam at 7 p.m., 62 degrees. And for 9 p.m., 55 degrees. And tonight, your low is 43 degrees.
Well, thank you so much, Mitchell. As college seniors head into the workforce, our self-image can play a major role in landing our next job. We talk to hiring experts to see what is the best foot forward into the workforce.
I want to make sure that they have a wide range of interests, that they're interactive, that they're personable, that they're not ugly, they're not vulgar.
WCBI News Director Joey Barnes is talking about hiring new employees to represent the company name.
What do you know about the world around you? What do you know about what's happening in your community? So many communities now are using social media. How are you keeping up with those trends? That's very important in the news industry.
Social media can be a tool for brand awareness, networking, and building an online presence to enhance job prospects.
Your business has an opportunity to have a real personality.
Karen Stanley is the owner of Neon Frog. She says graduating seniors must treat their self-image like a business.
So many businesses need to communicate with people who are at work when they're at work. And so having an opportunity to have something available for them to speak to their clients, that's exactly what you need. And ignoring it is to your own detriment.
Times are changing, and it is beneficial to your career to stay in the loop. Having a good online social media presence will allow potential employers to see if you're the right fit for their company, or allow customers to learn all about your business without having to walk through to your front door.
I need somebody that's a part of that and can even help me understand it. It's slowly escaping my generation, so I am trying to play catch up. And sometimes I depend on my younger employees to tell me, all right, this is what's happening. This is what this means.
Many employers actively review candidates' social media accounts as part of their hiring process, but Stanley says it can be easy to make your digital image appealing to future employers.
Sharing your personality, talking about your missions and the things you do to give back in the community, basically you get to tell your story at any time to anyone in any place across the globe.
Crafting an authentic image that reflects your work and interests can significantly benefit and enhance chances of landing your dream job. A survey done by JobBite found that 92% of recruiters use social media to find and evaluate candidates.
And we know that October is National Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and West Point hospitals as well as residents in the Golden Triangle are hoping to spread awareness for this condition. Our Michael Cassidy has the story.
No cancer diagnosis is a laughing matter. Studies show that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 2 men will receive a cancer diagnosis in their lifetime.
A lot of women are at higher risk for breast cancer than they realize. A lot of people have the misconception that they have to have someone in their family, as far as a mother or grandmother, that's had to have breast cancer, but most breast cancers are actually women who don't have any family history of it.
The Unity Point Health Organization reports that more than 600,000 people will succumb to breast cancer. However, breast cancer is not a condition limited to West Point only.
It still tears me up. I was raised the old-fashioned way. A mother's supposed to protect her children. And I thought when I took the battle, I was taking the bullet for the kids, you know. They wouldn't have to go through this, and then she got it.
Women are encouraged to start doing breast self-exams once a month. The best time to do it is the week after the menstrual cycle. And that way they can start to learn the density of their breast, and therefore they can notice any type of changes or anything that may need to be checked out early. And then when a woman reaches the age of 40, it's recommended to her to start her mammograms at that time.
Have your moments where you need to break down, because if you hold it in, it gets ugly for everybody involved. I mean, cancer doesn't just affect the person, it affects the whole family.
This is a good time to get a checkup at the Health and Wellness Center. When it comes to breast cancer or any cancer in general, it is far better to be safe than sorry. In West Point with Take 30 News, I'm Michael Cassidy.
If you or anyone you know is living with breast cancer, you can visit the Susan G. Komen website.
Coming up, a local animal shelter is in need. What you can do to help.
Don't go away.
Concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans. Veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine Mammal Studies in Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment and outcomes. Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. Thanks for joining us.
It's a lifelong mission to rescue homeless animals and give them forever homes. Our Breland Lucious hit the road to Clay County's animal shelter to check out the needs.
The West Point Clay County Animal Shelter accepts over 800 animals each year without homes.
No need to support breeders and breeding when healthy animals are dying in shelters. Perfectly healthy animals are getting euthanized because of space. You always want to choose to adopt a shelter pet.
While Clay County Animal Shelter mostly relies on donations, every week they have approximately 10 animals to find their forever home.
So I've adopted from the West Point shelter twice. It's really important to me to adopt an adult because they tend to not get adopted as often as like puppies and kittens. And I really wanted to give an adult animal that might not have had the best experience, like a home and like a second chance at life. And I think shelters are really special in that. You get to find animals that might have like been through things or might have been abandoned, and you get to give them a second chance and you get to give them a home.
Adopting a pet is like finding your forever roommate. Here at the Clay County Humane Society, you can come and get assistance and find out the perfect animal for you.
Mississippi State student Anna Delafield found her Rowdy in August at Clay County Humane Society.
So the day we adopted Rowdy, we drove over to the shelter. As soon as we got out of the car, we were greeted by Neely Bryan. She's the director at the West Point Clay County Animal Shelter. And she really helped us throughout everything. We had heard really good things about the West Point Clay County Animal Shelter.
Clay County Animal Shelter is open Tuesday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., and Saturday, 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. This is Take 30 News, Breland Lucious.
For more information, you can visit WPCCAS.org.
And if you pass by MSU Barnes & Noble today, you might have seen a line gathering. Well, this is thanks to the new MSU collaboration with the activewear brand Lululemon. The collaboration was announced last month, and a VIP soft launch kicked things off yesterday ahead of the official opening today. MSU's partnership isn't the only Lululemon college collaboration. Auburn University and the University of Nebraska also rolled out its unique collaborations this year. MSU student Jana Clemens says this is a long-awaited collab.
I brought these two crew necks, one for me and one for my mom.
I was excited because a lot of other SSC students have been on them, and finally it's our turn, because I feel like sometimes we've kind of looked out upon. So I'm glad these guys we're out here close.
And you can pick up your state Lululemon merchandise on campus at Barnes & Noble.
Bulldog fans will also be able to purchase online in a couple of weeks.
Now we're about to toss to weather.
We've seen a warming trend around the area. Will that continue as we go throughout our weekend? I'll have that in my full forecast coming up next.
Discovery. It tells our history and determines our future. At Mississippi State University, we're digging deep, unlocking an understanding of our past, validating it. Middle East exploration by faculty and students is uncovering evidence that unravels ancient mysteries. Scholars have long thought of the biblical kings David and Solomon as mythological figures. Our research offers evidence that supports their existence, boosting MSU into an international league of experts on archaeology. Now we're changing the way people think about the past, opening up new possibilities of understanding for future generations. Digging deeper, learning more. When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns. Interpreting the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended. These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University.
It started out quite cold this morning with temperatures in the mid-30s around the viewing area, and right now it's quite pleasant outside. Look at those blue skies, just beautiful. 72 degrees is our temperature right now, and we have a low dew point, so it feels quite dry outside. And our temperatures right now, 71 in Macon, 70 in Louisville, 71 in Eupora, 68 in Pontotoc, so ranging between 68 degrees and around 72 degrees around the area. And our dew point values are quite low today, so it does feel quite dry around our viewing area across the board. And we have drought conditions because of that and the lack of rain. We've not got a lot of rain in the past few weeks. We have severe drought conditions in Starkville, and we really need that rain for those yards and gardens. And we're not going to get it, unfortunately. Not showing any rain for the next week, unfortunately. And as we track out our futurecast over the next 2 days, it's clear as can be. Temps in the 60s by 7 p.m. tonight. We have this high moving down, which will bring warmer weather for tomorrow and Sunday, and that's going to make it feel quite nice over the weekend. And as we move into Sunday, that high gets closer down towards our area, so it's going to start to really warm up. And we have the football game tomorrow, 71 degrees for tailgating, so nice weather. Kickoff 75 degrees, and halftime it's going to be around 72 degrees. And by the end of the game, going to be 67 degrees. So if you plan on going out, you may want to grab a light coat or light jacket, excuse me. And our 7-day forecast showing 70s through the weekend, 80s as we go throughout into next week. Wednesday is going to top out at 84 with that high really making its presence known. Lows going to be in the 40s going through Sunday night into Monday. However, they're going to start moving closer to the 50s as we go throughout our week. Sunny all week, so it's going to be really pleasant, really nice, great weather to go outdoor. If you love going outdoors, it's just going to feel great. So it's going to be lovely.
And we'll take a look at the gritty performance from MSU this past Saturday and see if our women's soccer and volleyball teams are fared this past week.
The sense of place. We all have it, often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want. Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths forward, and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back to Take 30 News. I am Anthony Jenkins Jr. here with your sports update. There's a lot that happened over our fall break and this week in the sports world, so let's get right into it. It was a Bulldog versus Bulldog matchup as Mississippi State went up against the number 5 ranked Georgia on the road. Let's get right into these highlights. Mississippi State did not come to play in Athens. There were 34-point underdogs into the game as we see down 10, quarterback Michael Van Buren Jr. throws the dime to Callie. Van Buren was named the SEC Freshman Player of the Week, and he scores a touchdown. As we see Carson Beck rolls out, and he throws a passing touchdown to big tight end Dillian Bell. The MSU Bulldogs will trail all the way to 34-10 in the third quarter, but the MSU Bulldogs did not go down without a fight. As you see, this rushing touchdown from Johnny Daniels. This will make the score 17-34, but our defense will show off their skills with this interception from Diego Brumfield. MSU will score off this turnover. 4th and goal in the red zone. Van Buren throwing a passing touchdown to Devon Booth. But Georgia, unfortunately, would seal the deal. With the rushing touchdown late in the game, Georgia will win it with a final score 41-31. Coach Libby says it's the little things that kept them away from victory.
Like Georgia on Saturday made some incredible plays down the field and won some one-on-ones where we've got to be in a position to stay on top of routes and plaster routes. They won some one-on-ones. They did. We've got to make sure we're doing everything we can to not give them layups. And some situational things where we had opportunities from a communication standpoint to get off the field, that's where we've got to be able to go get off the field.
Mississippi State are back at home at Davis Wade for another SEC game against the number 14 ranked Texas A&M Aggies. Kickoff is set to be at 3:15 p.m. Guess what, guys? Our MSU women's soccer team are still on fire, being on a 9-game winning streak. The Lady Bulldogs picked up some key wins during the fall break against Georgia and Missouri. The two games had a combined final score of 7-1. The team now has a 12-1 record for the season and are ranked number 3 in the United Soccer Coaches Poll. Head coach James Armstrong says they did not want to underestimate their recent opponent in Missouri.
Because they are dangerous, and like you said, they scored some good goals the other day against Ole Miss. They got 5, so they're a team that well coached and well organized and can hurt you. So we just had to be disciplined and make sure that we concentrated, but we wanted to press higher at the field.
Lady Bulldogs are set to play Ole Miss in the Magnolia Cup at Oxford tonight at 7 p.m. This game will be streaming live on SEC Network Plus. Our MSU women's volleyball team also played some games over the break. The Lady Bulldogs were on a hot streak during the month of September, winning 6 games in a row. That winning streak was unfortunately broken at the beginning of October against LSU. MSU now has lost 4 straight games, with 2 recent losses over the break against number 25 ranked Auburn and number 19 ranked Florida. The Lady Bulldogs are looking to bounce back with the win this Sunday, going against the Missouri Tigers on the road. This match starts at 2 p.m. We'll be streaming live on SEC Network. How about we talk about some tennis this season? On the men's side, they have gotten some success on the ITA Southern Regionals. Marshall Landry split his single matchup this past Wednesday. And on our women's side, they received 9 wins during their ITA Southern Regionals. After this tournament, they are geared up to get ready for the Roberta Allison Fall Classic starting in November 1st. That's all we have for sports today. Hope to see you guys next week. And back to you, Raylen.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Coming up is a sweet holiday. Find out what makes it special after the break.
We'll be right back.
State University, student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow. This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks, 2 leading causes of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians.
Welcome back to Take 30. I'm Raylen Ladner.
And I'm Aubrey Carter. Well, here on Take 30, we like to end your Friday with some good news, and this week it's especially sweet.
That's right. Today is National Chocolate Cupcake Day. Fun fact, the cupcake was originally known as the 1, 2, 3, 4 cake as a simple way to remember the basic recipe. 1 cup of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 cups of flours, and 4 eggs. In the 19th century, most cupcakes were either vanilla or chocolate. The small cakes have since evolved and you can just about get any flavor now. We're celebrating chocolate today. You can post to social media #ChocolateCupcakeDay.
And in your dose of good news today, a crossing guard in Pasadena, California is known for spreading joy in her daily interactions. Betty Miller has become a beacon of light in her community, one dance move at a time. Her community says her happiness is contagious. Every weekday morning and afternoons, parents and students look forward to crossing her path. Community members say that 74-year-old also gives rides to moms who need it when the bus is late.
Well, we're all family here on Take 30, and when something good's happened to one of our own, we like to celebrate. On Saturday, October 5th, our own Aubrey Carter got engaged. We could not be happier for the soon-to-be Miss Andrews. We know she will be a stunning bride, and we wish her and her fiancé Wesley absolutely nothing but the best.
Oh my God.
Truly, Aubrey, from all of us at Take 30, we love you so much and are so excited for you.
Well, thank you guys. That was really sweet. I think my face is a little bit red, but I am really excited, and I appreciate that little tidbit in there. Well, I guess we'll just have to take one last look at weather now. Mitchell?
Yeah, looking pretty good for today. We have blue skies right now. 72 degrees is your temperature right now. Looking pretty good for tonight as we go into this evening and overnight. And it's going to feel nice. You may need that jacket overnight.
Well, that is our show. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to keep up with us on Instagram.
Yes, thank you guys. Have a great night, and as always, Hail State.